If you're thinking about switching to Linux, Linux Mint it might be your first choice. Well, today we're going to be going through the traditional install and initial setup after the install of Linux Mint Cinnamon. Now, I did a review of Linux Mint Mate. I'll link that right up here. And you can go ahead and take a look at that as well. Another great alternative for Windows users switching to Linux as well. But we're going to go and install the Cinnamon edition. And let's go ahead and let's get this done. On a Linux Mint virtual machine, when you receive your boot menu, you just hit Start Linux Mint and it will start. Here we are on the desktop, and to install it, you can go ahead and double click this Install Linux Mint. I know, that's a shocker, isn't it? And now you're going to go ahead and click Erase this disk and install Linux Mint. Now we're going to go ahead and confirm that. Chicago. That works for me. Now my name. And then my password. And then you hit continue. So here we are, we finished installing, and now we're going to go ahead and click Restart Now. This is where you would remove the installation media from your computer, and you press enter. Alright, here we are on our startup screen, so we're going to go ahead and log in. Okay, now here's the welcome screen on Linux Mint. You'll see this when it first comes up. And now we're going to go down here to first steps. And when you first boot up, you want to go right through this. So our system snapshots, we're going to go ahead and hit launch right here. And this is time shift. Of course, now it's going to require my password. You would enter it right here. And this allows you to create backups of your system files. And you would choose rsync and hit next. And then it goes through and estimates your system size. Okay, now you would just go ahead and click next right here after selecting it. And uncheck daily because you don't need to do a daily snapshot. I always do a weekly. And keep 3. And then just click finish. And that's setting up time shift. Now you would normally click create. I'm not going to hit create because that's going to take some time. But that's time shift right there. That's helpful if an update breaks a program. Driver manager, you're just going to go ahead and click next. Of course, another root password, your password. This is if you have a piece of hardware that requires a proprietary driver. This is where you would go get that. And here it is running your update cache. Alright, now that that's done, of course it says no proprietary drivers are in use, and of course, seems how a virtual machine doesn't use proprietary drivers, nothing is listed. However, if you did, they'd be listed here. And you would just change it to the appropriate options and hit apply changes that would do it. So we're going to go ahead and close out of Driver Manager. And then you would go to Update Manager. Now I'm just going to say you would just go ahead and launch it, and you would click launch, and it would allow you to hit to run your updates. I'm not going to hit that here because that's going to take some time to do, but you'll want to run your update manager. Now the desktop layout, you can choose one of these. You can choose it to traditional or modern. That is just a personal. This is a personal preference. Then you're going to go to System Settings right here. Now this is your control panel, and this is where you would change all your system settings. However, I'm not going to change anything. However, this is here, and you just will have to go through it yourself and set up your Cinnamon desktop the way you would like it. It's pretty straightforward. Your software manager is next, and this is where you would install your software. So we're going to go ahead and launch it. I'll show you what the software manager looks like inside of Linux Mint. And here is your software center. And basically you just click on a program, and then you would just click install, and you would enter in your password and follow the steps. And that's your software manager. Now you would go to your firewall right here, enter in your password, then you would just go status and turn this on. And there you go. So that was the initial setup of Linux Mint to get it initially going. In a later video, I'm going to take a brief tour of the Cinnamon desktop environment, so be on the lookout for that. And that is about all I have for you. So if you like this video, give it that thumbs up. If you don't, the thumbs down button. You can always hit the subscribe button for more videos, and I will see you next time. If you like my content and wish to support my work, you can do so on Patreon. The link is in the description. Also, if you wish to see more, check out the videos on your screen.